Don't go anywhere. Hit that subscribe button. Tap the notification bell and be the first to know when we drop a new video. Like and share with your fellow American patriots who love this country. And if you haven't even an American patriot, you are someone who believe and love freedom, love democracy, truth, and don't like corruption, hit the subscription button. Yeah, so as we have stated before, and we continue to tell you that there's a man by the name of Elon Musk. This man is the epitome of evil. The only thing good about this man is the oxygen that he inhale and exhale. This man is a professional liar, unconscionable, wicked. And the worst part about it, this man is from South Africa. Racist. And this man has never invented anything. The only thing is that he's business savvy. And we have watched even a documentary where he had rip off people that he had known, also rip them off, outsmart them, do all kind of thing, and took away their part of what they were working on the projects. We try to give that some oxygen. So here's the man now who's telling so he's looking sympathy. Elon must not get any sympathy, empathy, or compassion from anyone. This man is the epitome of evil. This is the man who the only good about him is the oxygen that he inhale and exhale. And everything is lineage supposed to be just like how Hitler is the modern day Hitler, he and Donald Trump. Elon Musk a figure whose reputation has garnered him both immense admiration and profound criticism, presents a complex and controversial persona. Born in South Africa, Musk migrated to the United States, where he would go on to become one of the wealthiest men on earth. However, his rise to wealth is often seen through a lens that questions the true source of his fortune. While Musk is frequently hailed as an innovator, many argue that his wealth did not stem from groundbreaking inventions or revolutionary ideas, but rather from his shrewd business practices and strategic exploitation of government contracts. His vast wealth, his part, was built on leveraging taxpayers, funded subsidies and backing from federal contracts, rather than through the invention of entirely new technologies. Musk's relationship with the US government is central to his narrative. Far from being a self-made billionaire who created something entirely new, Musk's success is intertwined with the system that provided him with significant financial backing, including from NASA and the Department of Defense. His ventures like SpaceX and Tesla thrive in no small part due to financial support Musk receive from various institutions he now seems to criticize. This is a businessman whose wealth and power are intricately linked to government subsidies, yet he positioned himself as a fierce individualist who allegedly stand outside of the system. Now with Musk public platform growing even louder, he continued to steer controversies with his rhetoric. Recently, in an interview with Sean Hannity, a well-known figure on Fox News, who has been criticized for his racially charged commentary, Musk boldly claimed of uncovering over $1 billion in fraud within the American government. While such allegations should be taken seriously, Musk's own history raises eyebrows, especially considering the fact that despite the explosive claim, there has been no subsequent arrest or charges brought forward in connection with his alleged fraud. Musk, in his characteristic fashion, capitalized on the opportunity to cast himself as a whistleblower and a martyr, seeking sympathy for what he portrayed as a monumental discovery of corruption within the government. But this narrative, which Musk shares with an audience already predisposed to mistrust government and public institutions, raises uncomfortable questions. For example, how does the very same individual who benefit immensely from government contracts now frame himself as a defender of the truth? Musk's statements, when viewed critically, seems less about uncovering corruption and more about positioning himself as a savior of free enterprise, one who is above the very system that enables success. Additionally, Musk has garnered attention for his treatment of his employee, particularly veterans who have dedicated years of service to the American military. His public statements and actions, such as laying off employees, including veterans, at Tesla, have led many to question his commitment to the values he claims to uphold. Musk's action seems to contradict the image of a patriotic entrepreneur who genuinely cares for the people who protect this nation. Instead, many see him as someone who is willing to sacrifice anyone, including veterans, to maintain his profit margin and corporate interest. At its core, Musk's narrative is one of the extreme wealth and ambition, driven not by a desire to innovate for the greater good, but by an insatiable hunger for more power, more influence, and more money. His rhetoric, which is often appeals to those disillusioned with government and bureaucracy, may resonate with some, but come at a cost. Musk's ultimate goal appears to be privatization of essential services and institutions, a move that will allow him and his peers to further entrench their wealth and influence at the expense of the average person in America. This is not a vision of innovation for the public good, but a manifestation of unchecked greed. There are those who argue that Musk ventures are symbolic of the worst tendency of capitalism, where profit is prioritized over the well-being of workers and environment, even the long-term stability of the industries he claimed to revolutionize. Tesla Futures, despite its early successes, is facing increasing challenges. The company's financial woes and Musk's controversial leadership decision have led many to question whether Tesla's initial promise was more hype than substance. In the end, the public perception of Musk's legacy will likely be shaped by his actions and the consequences they have on society at large. Where he is remembered as a visionary who changed the world, or as a corporate magnate whose unchecked ambition contribute to societal harm, is still up for debate. However, one thing is clear: Musk's actions and statements have already left a lasting impact on political, economic, and cultural landscape, for better or for worse. So we are going to let you listen to the interview that he did with Sean Hannity. You watch, you listen, and you decide. And remember, there is no honest liar. Elon Musk is a pathological liar, a human husk. And we are telling you today, and we don't expect Elon Musk to live out 2025. We expect him to die from overdose. That's how them take the easy way out. Them say overdose. Yeah, before 2025. Because this man is evil. Everything is all about money for him. And when him get it hard, that's when he is going to do and take the easy way out. Just like Hitler. Because he's evil as it come. So you watch, you listen, and you decide.
All of these other things, is it really come down to the basic, you're aligned with President Donald Trump, who also is a friend of mine, and that you have identified well over $100 billion in waste, fraud, abuse that our federal government never should have been spending? Is that what it comes down to?
Yeah, it turns out when you take away people's, what the money they're receiving fraudulently, they get very upset, and they basically want to kill me because I'm stopping their fraud, and they want to hurt Tesla because we're stopping this terrible waste and corruption in the government. And well, I guess they're bad people. Bad people will do bad things.
Well, I know that overall, financially, in the end, yes, they can hurt you, but the people that they'll end up hurting are the people that work in your dealerships that may risk losing their job. The people that they may end up hurting are the people that work on the line and build the Teslas. They're going to be the ones hurt. And that to me is despicable on their part, just because they might have a political difference or perceived political difference.
Yeah, so Elon must know that he's talking to the third grade, people at Fox News, the white people that are tuning in. Most of them, they cannot. I would say about 96% of the people that watch Fox News, they cannot apply and get a federal government job because they only have a third grade education. And to work with the federal government are the best and the brightest, and they are not the smartest. We can tell you that. Predominantly, where the white people dominate the states, they are the poorest states in America, red states. All they vote for are just race. These are some of the not so smart people in America, where I tell you. Yes, when them open them mouth, it dark like midnight, like you're looking at a cave. Them have no teeth. Some of them are 20 and look like 90 because of the harsh reality, but they can't think. Racism is a disease and the past keep imparting it to them. And their life, that's why we say united we win, divided we lose. If they realize that the same enemy that the blacks, brown and others have is their enemy, then America would be a better place. But the hatred for others who do not look like them, that is what is holding back this country and holding back these same people. And they are the ones, because they are criminal-minded people, that's why they voted for Donald Trump. And they are liars too. They don't believe in God. They don't say God, but which God? You have to ask yourself that. Because remember, God could not be recessive. As Marcus Garvey said, if God is white, him don't want to meet him, because everything white is wicked. That's the history. You understand? So education is paramount in shaping the minds of individuals and empowering them to critically evaluate the information they consume. The people behind Fox News, with their deliberate distortions of facts and biased reporting, have proven to be some of the most harmful influencers in modern media. If they are willing to deceive their own audience, people will look like them. Because mostly, you have, black dummy we tune into, but many of whom are predominantly white. What would they do to those outside of their immediate circle? This is a powerful question that speaks to the larger issues of media manipulation and exploitation of vulnerable groups. I used to listen to Fox News before, if you understand. And I done Fox News from 2008 when I realized that they were lying to me about the election with Barack Obama and John McCain. I love John McCain. John McCain was a patriot, but Fox News was lying, and I don't like lying. So the case of Fox News paying over $1 billion in settlements for the role in spreading false narrative about the 2020 presidential election is a glaring example of how media outlets can shape public opinion with lies and misinformation. Despite this massive financial settlement, the fact that many people continue to watch and trust Fox News speaks to the dangerous power of media in influencing beliefs. It reveals the vulnerability of those who may lack necessary education to recognize manipulation and propaganda, which in turn leave them open to exploitation. It is disheartening to think that many of these viewers, often with limited education, are susceptible to being misled by a media company that prioritizes profit over truth. The power of media lies can have a devastating effect on public discourse, and it's tragic that so many people are fed poison in the form of misinformation while they are told that it's the truth. In such a climate, it's crucial that we push for a better education and critical thinking, especially in media consumption, to empower individuals to better themselves, to make informed decisions, and not fall prey to the dangerous narratives pushed by such outlets. It's an issue that affects everyone, and it's incumbent upon us to challenge the falsehood and protect the integrity of public discourse. In life, education is paramount, and you know that these people, they are the epitome of what you call rock stone. Have yourself a beautiful day.